Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, and we are back working on the 34 Ford project. So you may remember last time we got all the tires mounted up on this thing. Really big step, nice to get some nice tires on it that aren't splitting and about to explode on us. So now that I got that done, what I've been saying to myself and Mike and everybody that comes by and visits at the shop is like, I'm just gonna get this thing on the road and just drive it for the rest of the summer and not worry about the wheel gap in the front because it's got basically stock front suspension on it. Well, I decided after putting these tires on, I don't think I can live with it. I just can't. So the wheel gap on this is, I'm going to spin you around here. This wheel gap in the front is, I don't know, we've got probably 3.5 inches, almost 4 inches of wheel gap on this thing. So I went on my wall of axles. I have a wall up here, a little rack that I made a while ago that is always changing, but basically it is all of my keeper axles. That's my axles that are dropped and needle dropped ones. I got a chrome tube axle up there, and I got a 32 heavy axle that's really nice and not all pitted. And then I had this axle here that I got that was, we started to clean up and fill the pits on it. It's an old dropped and filled axle that I was going to put on the free T, and then I just realized that it was too much work. This axle was a little too far pitted to try and make it nice enough to chrome or anything, so I put it back on the shelf. So it's perfect for this car. It's basically same dimensions. I think it was like a 34 axle originally, I believe, but it has about a 3-inch drop on it. So what that's going to do is that's going to get the front end down to about where we want it without too much trouble, and we can kind of reuse everything on the front end. So take it a step backwards, but I think it'll work out pretty darn good when it's done. The wheel gap in the back, I measured, was about an inch, inch and a half wheel gap. So if we end up with about a 3/4 of an inch gap in the front or something like that, that'll be perfect. Give us a nice nose down stance, because right now it's kind of sitting level and it doesn't really have that nose down stance we want. So I'm going to work on getting this thing up on the lift again, and we're going to start taking this front end apart and swapping everything over to our new drop axle. Alright, so I'm taking the axle apart on this side, and I knew that there was some play in these spindles, so I knew I was going to be doing kingpin bushings, but we took the lock pin out of the side, and there is like an incredible amount of play in this thing, because they didn't put, you guys can see that, up and down. See that? So what's supposed to be in here when you do the kingpins on these or swap them over is, here's a new, I got like a new old stock set here, but they come with little shims, like almost paper thin metal shims, and they are supposed to be stacked in the axles here to take up that gap, and they weren't in this side. So what I thought might have been play in the kingpin bushings might actually be that there was no spacers. I noticed the other side, when I took it apart, didn't have any in it, so good chance that was the case. But everything came apart really nice on this. You can see just by hand I can pull the kingpin out of this. So definitely when we put this back together, that's going to be, we're going to have to address that. But some of the stuff on this car was definitely not put together 100% correct, and definitely probably made some drivability issues. So I'm going to get this off, then we got to move the spring, and then we'll have this old axle pretty much all broken down, and we can start cleaning stuff up to put back together. All right, so obviously this is a very involved project and it's going to take a bunch of work and a number of days to get this job done. If anybody that's done one of these straight axle swaps or dropping the front end of a straight axle early Ford, it is a lot of work. You have to heat and bend and modify and change stuff, and then there is the hurdle of taking apart the old stuff. Obviously taking apart this axle, even though the car's in great shape, still required some heat, some work, and we didn't want to cram everything into one video, so we decided to kind of end the video here with this axle taken apart, the other axle pulled out, and next time we're going to show you guys taking everything to the next step of the project, where we're going to get the bushings reamed out and get the spring on, all that different stuff, and I'll show you a couple of things along the way. Unfortunately, during filming this video, we did learn that Barry Skelly, that built this car originally, did pass away. We're very, very sad about that, and unfortunately the last time I talked to Barry was that phone call that you guys saw. We never got to meet with Barry in person due to the virus and everything going on. We obviously couldn't go to visit him, and unfortunately Barry did not make it to see his car. So we want to just send our condolences to the family. Please, if anybody that knows Barry or his family, our condolences to you. And also, please, if you have any memories of Barry, if you're watching this video, definitely drop them down below. We hope that in the future, maybe we can meet up with the family, show them the car just like we were going to show Barry. He was very excited about it, and I'm sure that he talked about this car with his family over the years. So we're hoping we could still reunite the family with the car. We are so darn close, and I am so heartbroken because I was this close to getting the car done and to him, and it felt like some of the virus stuff with the shutdown was easing up a little bit and areas were going green, and I was like, all right, car's almost done, things are green, we can safely go visit him, and we just didn't make it, and the world was against us there. So this video and the future ones with this car are in memory of Barry. Thanks guys, catch you later.